Hello, welcome back to Ratropolis. General, let's begin. I am recording Ratropolis first, which means today I have my coffee. Wow, been a while. For some reason, I've been playing Monster Train first. I don't really know why. Let me move the microphone in a little closer here, move the keyboard back if you don't mind. Hello. How's it going? It is Monday. Which means that it would be Tuesday for you watching this. How you doing today? How's it going? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing alright. Hanging in there. You know. Doing that charity thing coming up pretty soon. It's something that's like on my mind because I'm a little nervous about it. I don't know. I'm sure it's gonna be fine, it's gonna be fun. But also it's different, which makes me, anytime I do something different, I'm like, uh-oh. What if it's a disaster? You know? It won't be. I'm almost certain it won't be. I've been doing a little reading on the company it's for and all of that. There's a bunch of info about it that I've been able to find. Or like that they've shared, I should say. Not that I've like hunted down. And so I'm like, it's alright. It's just a little different because it's a lot of stuff that I've never done. When I stream, it's very low effort, right? I don't have like a donation link. I don't have anything like that. I let it all, like if you want to give me money, it all comes in through Twitch. I should probably set up donations, but also like, is it worth my time? I don't know. A steel run. That seems worth my time. Druid's cool as well. I'm gonna take this wall. Yeah. And you know, I should take this fruit. I know we just picked up a steel, but like taking the fruit doesn't hurt that much. It helps a lot if we don't get a better option. And we should be fine to take it. And I'll take the advisor here. Ooh, defect. Cool, cool. But yeah, I'm very, not necessarily lazy, I don't know. Having the donation link set up, it's a weird one because I've always kind of, like at first, I had it set up for a little bit, but I have a bunch of PayPals. Like I have too many PayPals set up at this point. I think I only have 2, honestly, which is too many because it got confusing and I was like, oh, which one's which again? Because like I have Twitch pay me through PayPal and then just transfer the money. It's mostly just for a level of anonymity on the internet. Although I'm not that scared of it, right? I'm not like, oh man, someone's gonna cyber stalk me, but it doesn't hurt to be prepared, you know? And so I have the PayPal that I use for I have the PayPal that I use for this stuff for like Twitch to pay me, and then I just transfer through that. And so it gets kind of strange, I feel like, taking in donations as well. I'm like, on top of it, I'm just like, do I really deserve your donation? Thank you for your generous support, but also like, come on, what did I do to deserve this? It's a double-edged sword, but anyway, because if I'm saying all that, then like, what about the subs and the bits? And it's like, yeah, all right, you're right. I've already gone through my what am I doing to give my subs value sort of time, and I'm like, well, I don't know. What could I do to give my subs value? Oh, that's a great question. I have no idea. I mean, there have been some good ideas thrown around in like a community game night at the end of the month and things like that, but again, even though I'm now to a size where I can, with relative certainty, do something like that and have people show up, I'm still in the mindset of like, oh man, what if no one shows up? The big one is like, oh, we could do a movie night. That's been thrown at me a lot of times. Go and watch a cool movie, hang out in Discord. But I'm gonna be honest, like I'm too, I'm too like anxious. I don't know. Despite you may have heard on this program in particular that I'm very not very, but like a little socially awkward. Not super bad, right? I'm fine. I can handle myself in a social situation, but like going out of my way to be like, hey, let's sit in Discord and watch a movie is like, that's a little much for me right now. Maybe sometime down the line I'll do something cool, but not right now. I've been feeling very I've been feeling very, like, I don't have enough time in my day, sort of feeling. It's kind of like that feeling starting to go away. Look at how good Druid is, wow. Druid really crushes these first 10 waves. I never really realized, but like, wow. She just ruins everything here. Crazy. What a great unit. Sentry? Maybe I could take Sentry. It is kind of worth it. I think I want to upgrade the steel, though. I mean, I want to do both. I'm gonna take Sentry. Having stronger guards is good. But yeah, other than that, what else is new? You know, we're about to hit another milestone on the YouTube. This is a milestone that I don't see very much because I leave my browser tabs open, so they're always set to my YouTube videos instead of showing me the subs which are on my dashboard. But I think we've hit 200 subs. Last I checked, like last night we were at 198. I didn't look at it before I started recording this video, but like, you know, 200 subs, dude, what the hell? That's crazy. I remember getting to 100 subs. I wasn't sure we were ever gonna get there, right? It was like, yo, holy shit, we made it. Thanks for 100 subs. I get to make a custom YouTube URL. I don't get anything for 200 subs, right? YouTube doesn't give me anything cool. But, I mean, the thing that I get for 100 subs is I get 100 more. You subscribe to me. That's really cool. I'll be honest with you, though. I really don't think that, like, outside of subscribing at the like the actual number itself, like having the subscriber number, I really don't feel like subscriber numbers matter in this day and age of YouTube. With the way that the algorithm works, hope I didn't just mess up there. Nice. With the way the algorithm works, it's like, does it really matter? Not really, right? Because if you're subbed to me but you're not watching my videos, you're never gonna see them unless you go into the subscription box, which I don't. I never go into the sub box. Maybe you guys do. I've been told that I'm the outlier in that. But I always just look at everything from the front page. When I open up my when I open YouTube, I just look at the front page and it shows me like whatever I want to see usually. I'm not really like keeping up with anyone playing through a Let's Play or anything like that right now either, so we're just kind of, you know, I looked at the numbers and something like 67% of my views are from people who are not subscribed and just like found the videos through recommended channels, which makes sense, right? But if you are subbed and you're like watching all these videos, of course, hell yeah, dude, I appreciate it. Maybe you rang the bell, ding. I don't think I have a single channel that I have notifications enabled for, if I'm honest with you. Because again, when a channel that I watch like all of their videos for releases a new video, it just gets placed right on my front page. I don't have to do anything about it. But yeah, it's still good to have the subs, right? At 1,000 subs, I get to monetize these videos. I get to drop in 1 billion pre-roll ads. I will not do that. Do not worry. This is a joke. I will not be putting in pre-roll. I mean, I'll be putting in like probably an ad before the video, and that's it. I'm not gonna like, if you want to really rake in the cash with YouTube advertisements, you gotta put in like 10 mid-roll ads, and I am not about that. And as I've always said, if you hear me talking about this and you go, oh god, this guy's gonna put ads on his video and you don't want to watch them, install an ad blocker. Like, honestly, please do. If you don't want to, the ads, as far as I'm concerned, in this day and age, if I'm putting ads on my stream, on a video, they're optional. You absolutely 100% have the right to block ads. I do it. I don't want to watch ads, so I do it. But if you know, if you're like, hey, I like these videos, I'll watch a 30-second advertisement for Raid Shadow Legends before the video, hell yeah. Absolutely. But, like, at the end of the day, at the size of content creator I am, I'm not making or losing millions of dollars because you're blocking the ads, right? It comes out to be, like, I think I talked about these numbers before, right? But you may remember when Valorant came out, Summit, when Summit 1G, a streamer, he had something like 255,000 viewers, and if I was talking with a friend while we were watching that. I'm gonna roll this. Armory's good. And I was like, yeah. So at the rate that Twitch gives for ads, if he runs an advertisement and like 200, let's say, and it's not quite, I just did it at the 255,000 number, or like the 250,000 number, but say he runs this ad and 250,000 people watch a 3-minute ad break. That man would have made, for that 3 minutes of ads, I believe the number came out to be about $5,000, right? Which is an insane amount of money. That's a lot of dollars. He could have like made an entire month's salary for some people in one ad break, but that's how it is, right? That's just, it is what it is. I am not at that point in my career, and let's be honest, I probably never will be. Thank God. Where I have to stress out about people using ad block, right? If you use ad block, just, I don't care. You don't have to be like, I have seen some people who use ad block and then go like, haha, I'm using ad block, get fucked, idiot. You know, I've seen it occasionally, not necessarily in those exact words, but in similar words of like, I'm using ad block and I want you to know that I am not watching these ads. And it's like, all right, you know, like, sure, dude, I suppose, but like, doesn't that seem a little strange to be like, I'm using ad block and I just really wanted to make sure that you knew? I find it kind of strange. Like, you know, it's cool, use an ad blocker, but like, we don't have to talk about it. You know, be like, hey, I hate your content and I'm not watching your ads, dumbass. And again, not necessarily in those words, but still. Alright, took a little sip of the coffee there. New creamer today. It's a vanilla caramel. So far, thumbs up. Pretty good. Drinking cold brew is basically just like, I'm just drinking creamer. Like I definitely put a little too much in on this time, but I'm trying. It's hard, right? I have the same problem with putting honey in my tea, where it's like, how do I determine how much honey is the proper amount of honey to put in this tea? Is there? I've been trying to just like count the pores, but then I forget by the time I go to have coffee or have tea again, like how much I put in. I think it's like 3.5 seconds is how much time I want to pour the honey out of the bottle. But then it's like, well, how much honey am I pouring? It's not a standardized amount, and it's just a mess. We have 7 cards. I'm allowed to take territory expansion here, and we just need population. But yeah, I've been really struggling with it. If you have any hot tips for, hey, I want to stop accidentally putting too much or too little honey in my tea, definitely prefer to err on the side of too little honey instead of too much honey, because oh my god, it's overwhelming. Like, it is so much honey if you mess up on the other direction. It's like, it's just pure sweet. Absolutely. I'm gonna buy this building because like sometimes this gives me something good. I want to make sure that I don't hit. I want to hit a clanless building. That's Watchtower. Sure. It's not crazy, but it's not bad. I'm of course looking for house or apartment there, but you take what you can get, I suppose. Anyway, what else is happening? Not a ton, as you can imagine. I'm just kind of hanging out, waiting. It's like a really weird time because here in America, despite the states reopening and people being like, yeah, pandemic's over, we can go back to our lives. You look at the numbers and it's like, wow, cases are up in like every state. Numbers are climbing like crazy because people are going outside without masks and spreading it, and it's like, it's too soon. And so I'm like, do I really want to be going out and doing things right now? On the one hand, yeah, I probably should, but on the other hand, like, I'd really rather not die from a pandemic. You know, it's like, it's a double-edged sword. But what can you do? There was one other thing. What was the other thing I was gonna say here? Hang on, give me a second. I don't remember. I had something else there, I think, but it's now gone. Gone from the... I don't get a chest. That wasn't a real fight. This run's feeling pretty good. If you're just listening. Oh my goodness, the phone. I'm telling you, that thing was unplugged for like, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 days? Never rang. I'm gonna actually just unplug it all the way. I silenced it, but I realized that what if there's another call? I mean, oh my goodness, what on earth? It just was a bunch of static. It's a spam, god, fucking spam callers. When are we gonna ban robocalling? The only robo I want to see in my life is RoboCop. You feel me? You feel me? Plug this thing. Like it was unplugged for like 2 or 3 days, and I didn't even realize it. It was because like the phone never rang. Obviously because it was unplugged, but like there's another phone that also did not ring for the last 2 or 3 days. Advisor, engineer's cool, but you know, go to record Ratropolis, boom, phone ringing. Hello. Worker, public bath. I think we want to go ahead and upgrade the guards. Nah, I don't really need it. +2 feels pretty silly when you have Banner Rat. We have no labors. None of these are very good. I guess we just upgrade, like, Druid, because she's getting killed. Anyway. I feel like I was in the zone. I was really focused up there. Now it's gone. What was I saying? I don't remember. Duckling Rider is really good on this map, of course. He's not going to be able to do much anytime soon because of our population bottleneck, but, you know. We have a pretty good setup here now. Are we just going to chill? I was saying, let me think about it. I talked about Slay the Virus. Talked about -2. You see that unit going to -2 attack there? That doesn't seem right. Why are you going to -2? Dude, Banner Rat is so weird. Isn't he? That man seems to not be working right. We need anything that does population except for invite. Graveyard will give us something at least. I've been feeling good though. I've been feeling very, like very warm today. Of course it is, the middle of summer. Not yet, right? The middle of summer, technically, what, the solstice is soon, but it's not yet. I think, or maybe, it's like the 21st or the 23rd that you officially switch seasons. I used to know this because they taught it in elementary school, but I have since forgotten. When is it? It's like, I think it's December 21st and then every 3 months is how I remembered it. It's like December 21st and then March 21st for spring. And then June 21st for summer, and then July, August, September 21st? Is that right? It's 21st or 23rd, right? It's one of the odd numbers, but I can't remember which one. I don't think there was a house in that. I don't remember though. But I remember because I had a teacher that I did not like in elementary school. She was very mean to me a lot of times, and her birthday was on one of the solstices. It was on like the winter solstice, and she used to say that because is it solstice or is it's solstice for winter and summer, and it's equinox for spring and fall, I believe. But she used to say that her birthday brought the light back or something like that, because her birthday was on the darkest day of the year, and then it became lighter after that. I used to, of course, think of that in a different light. Her birthday didn't necessarily signify bringing back the light as much as it was like, this is the darkest day in our entire year. But, you know, to each their own. If your birthday is on the oh my god, I can't think of it. The winter solstice. I thought there was another word for it, but maybe I'm wrong. And you're wondering if I'm talking about you right now because maybe you're a teacher. I'm probably not. But unless. Give me I mean, we donate, but what do we even donate here? I need all of these cards. I guess I don't need Druid at this point, but I'm gonna hold on to Druid. It's okay. I didn't even realize we were on wave 20 here. but we're kinda cruising here. We're at a pretty good cruising altitude with this steel combo. I'm feeling pretty good about it overall. Oh, those are damage down symbols because of the totem, of course. Now I feel a lot better that we get this plus 20. And a military attack increases. Probably, I'm not doing another mortar rat pivot. We just did it. It was scary. It was fine, but it was also scary. So we're gonna put down like, we want to go up to like 10 guards. Probably just stick at 5 banners for a while until we have more guards, and then I'm just gonna put out 2 ducks and call it good. We'll fill out the rest with whatever. This is 5, this side is 5. Population is the big bottleneck on this one, of course. We fill it out with like 5 druids. Druid gives the nice crowd control. Makes everything a little smoother as well. Now watch out for the money. Don't forget that this is an economy entirely held up by Potter and just my inaction. Probably, like I'm basically just making all my money through bounty because I'm not doing anything. Interesting. I don't know, you guys have a favorite day of the year? Thinking about the equinoxes. Typically, the equinox and the solstice. I imagine most people's fall on one of those 2 days, either because it's the start of a new season. I don't think I necessarily have a favorite day of the year, because if, you know, your favorite day of the year may also just be like a holiday you like. Maybe it's Christmas, maybe you're a Christmas person. Perhaps you're a I love my birthday sort of person, so your favorite day of the year is your birthday. What's my favorite day of the year? It's a great question. I'm not, you know, it's a question that I don't have a great answer to because I'm not really a favorite day of the year type. You know, they're all basically the same at this point. Maybe, I mean, maybe for a start of a season, probably like, but then again, I was gonna say, probably the start of fall, probably mid-September. Although not, I guess like late August when it starts to get cold, hopefully. I hope it starts to get cold in late August anyway. Where it's like, hey, it's been hot for the entire summer, but now it's nice and chilly. Or like, you know, not necessarily nice and chilly, but it's like, hey, it's the nighttime and it's not sweltering. So, you know, we're good. Like, it's a nice day. It's the nighttime and I can go, huh, my window's open and I feel a little cold. That's probably the day that I'm like, yeah, thumbs up. The first one of those days, which is probably like end of August. There's a bit of a I don't like September built into my brain because of school, of course. But, you know, now that I'm older, wow, they gave me, look at this shop. Raise tax, collect lottery. You get to take your pick. Which one do you prefer? I actually am going to take lottery here, if you can believe it. Because I don't have any population, even though we picked up an apartment, but still. What a great shop, right? What an incredible, what a killer shop. All right, let's hit the lottery. That first lottery hit is always the most important when you're struggling like I am here. Now we just need to hit like 1 in 3, right? And we'll be good. I think this run is pretty well set here. But yeah, probably for me, favorite day is gonna just be like sometime late August. I don't have a specific day, just like, you know, in general, late August is pretty cool. Alright. Just give me 1 lottery payout, please. I'm gonna upgrade this apartment, because all we need is population at this point. Raise tax steal infinite doesn't really require a whole lot of thinking. What do we have? We have 3, 6, 7, 8. So if I take territory expansion, I will not be able to play my infinite any longer. I'll upgrade the duck. It's like, it's a little scary, of course. This run is a little scary because we're kind of running a little bit less than I would like to here. It is probably okay, but it's like we just need to pump out a few more banners, right? There's a part of me that's like, oh, make more druids so the enemies never reach you. Hey, the enemies never reach you if they just die on impact from every single shot. So let's just make more banners. How's that sound? Sounds good? Yeah, I know. We're gonna go up to 10 banners. Extra 20 to all of the guards means that they're doing 300 damage every volley, which is enough to kill these enemies. Should be anyway. I gotta watch out for the duckling though. Like I'm running a little light on ducks here, which should be okay, but could be scary. We will see. I guess I'm not a favorite day of the year person though, honestly. It's tough. There's a lot of days. There's like 300 of them or something. Something like that anyway. I remember one of the craziest things I learned when I was doing, because I took an accounting class in college for my, what was it, like a humanities, I think it was? Something like that. It was like, I had to check off a specific box to be like, hey, you got this, good job. And I took accounting, because I was like, hey, maybe I like accounting, maybe this will be my thing. And I'll be honest, I didn't hate it. There was a part of me that was like, yeah, I can do this. This is kind of fun. But the thing that blew my mind the most about it was that accountants use a different calendar for, they use a specific like business calendar essentially, where it's a 360-day calendar, and I was like, that is so cool. What? Like, that is so much simpler. There's just, every month has 30 days. I understand that we have our calendar the way it is because of like science or something like that, right? It's not a dumb thing like the split between Fahrenheit and Celsius. It's like, hey, we have it, it's this way because that's how long it takes for us to go around the sun or whatever. I think that's what it is, right? 1 year is one complete rotation around the sun. I don't know. Once again, been a while since I was in the grade where they taught me this. Because it's information that's like, yeah, that's cool, you know, and you may know this and you may be going like, oh, this idiot doesn't know that. But like, really, when does that information ever matter? Tell me, when does it matter if you know that? Like, oh, 1 year is how long it takes to go around the sun. 1 day is one rotation, right? I think that's what it is. But I don't know for sure because, like, what is the practical application of me having this knowledge, right? It's basically just... this is probably the most I've ever used that knowledge, right? Discussion topic, or like maybe it pops up on a Jeopardy question. But that would be like a $200 Jeopardy question because that's a pretty straightforward question overall. But still, you see where I'm going with it. I don't need anything else. I guess we'll upgrade Banner Rat for a little more health. But we're chilling. Feeling good here. I think it's that. I'd say I'll look it up, but I will not look it up. You know, I think I remember what I was gonna pivot into. I was gonna pivot into talking about music, but I don't remember what it was that I was gonna talk about. So that's what it was though. That was the what am I forgetting here? I was gonna do a music talk. I feel like maybe I was listening to something I wanted to talk about. I don't think so though. You know, it's gone from the brain. The phone rang and I forgot it. So we'll persist. I will just be happy knowing, I mean, I guess just be glad knowing that you don't have to hear me rant about some album you've probably never heard. Or maybe you have, who knows? Maybe you've listened to Under Pressure by Logic. It's a good album if you like hip-hop. I would go to bat for it. Some people in the music world, Anthony Fantano, do not like Logic. He did not like that album. However, I'm really glad he didn't like that album because there's always a part of me that's like, man, like when I watch his videos, am I just going with whatever he says? Am I just like, yeah, I agree because he's the music critic? But then every now and then he puts out a review like that for an album I really like, and I go, oh, no, I actually do have my own opinions. I just happen to agree with him a lot. But you know, there's definitely it's not impossible to imagine that there's a big group of people who just agree with him to agree with him, right? Everything he says is like, this is my opinion now. I am not that way though. I mean, maybe I am for the most part. Like for the most part, I don't listen to like even a quarter of the music. I probably listen to like 5% of the amount of albums he listens to, if we're being honest. That man reviews music for a living, and I listen to the same like 4 albums on repeat while I play League of Legends. We are not the same. It's like it's me. I go sit down at the computer. Hey, time to play some League. I'm gonna listen to an album. What do I want to listen to? Ooh, I know. How about 808s and Heartbreak by Kanye West? That's a daring choice. Certainly haven't listened to that album 100 times already. It's like, the thing is, I've ruined my Spotify recommended, right? The way that I used to find new music is through Spotify. I would just listen to the Discover Weekly, but I've listened to so much lo-fi on my Spotify on stream that it is doomed. Like, I cannot find any more new music because it's all lo-fi. And I put it on, right? I put on my Discover Weekly recently, and I was like, oh, it's just all lo-fi. I can't find anything new here anymore. I wonder if I like clear my browsing history on Spotify and start fresh. Like maybe every time I start the stream, I put on a new. Oh, we're gonna make a big duck. Put on a new like private session, right? So that I can hide these results so that it doesn't just clog up my Discover Weekly. Because I would love to do that, but then I have to also clear my history. And I'm not sure you can even do that. Like, can you just start fresh? Maybe you can. I have like a big library of songs that I've liked over the years, but I've never actually assembled everything into a big playlist. I've just put everything into my This Is What I Like playlist on Spotify. Hey, I did end up talking about music anyway. Haha. At the end of the run, though, this is a W for sure. I don't know what we're at for wins, but I think this might be 9. No, this is 8, isn't it? Because I said if we win the next 2 runs 2 days ago, I said if we win the next 2 runs, we'll complete a full cycle. So this is a full cycle, right? This is 8 in a row, I believe. I'll show it just to be sure, in case you guys care about that sort of a thing. I care like a little bit, but not a lot, like I've said, right? At this point, though, I've been winning more because I've just been picking steel and being like, yeah, I'm just gonna take this. Boys, you gotta walk back. Yeah, he's too far away. The guards can't shoot. I mean, I guess I could lose this, theoretically. The spiders are not to be ignored. However, they're pretty weak to ducks. Yeah, the guards stepped up enough to get their hits in here. Yeah, I like the spider boss a lot. I feel like the spider boss is about the right power level, right? I think the spider and the turtle, the 2 original bosses, are relatively strong. The turtle's definitely the strongest, but the spider he's alright, right? He's like middle of the pack. He's a good amount of difficulty compared to, I don't know, the desert foxes, for example, who are just, the desert foxes. Good shit. Right, just some good shit right there. Look at the stats real quick before we call it a day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a full cycle right there. From builder to general. Look at that. Builder, scientist, shaman. Which one is this for? I wish it had the number up here in here, right? A scientist, shaman, navigator. And this one is Merchant Leader Plus, General Leader Plus, Merchant Regular, General Regular. Hell yeah, dudes. That's kind of sweet. The full cycle. We did it. Nice. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.